Hi there, Rob here again. This time we're going to be talking about Gordon Lightfoot's wonderful, absolutely wonderful song called Beautiful from the early 1970s. I was aware of this song, since I was a kid, but it wasn't until recently that I actually listened to it seriously and realized what I was hearing. As a songwriter, this song is definitely a lesson in sometimes less is more. If you look at it, it's sort of structured in three verses, even though the space between the couplets in each verse is longer than the space between the verses. The words are almost completely reused from verse 1 to verse 3, and they're definitely a lot of the same words in the second verse as well. So Gordon Lightfoot is just talking about being beautiful, and he did it in a surprising. He did it exactly right in a surprisingly small number of words. The changes on this song are fantastic. Unlike a lot of the Bruce Cockburn stuff and the Stan Rogers stuff I do, this is a fairly easy song to play, which is surprising, because when I went out to look into how to play it, I found that there's a lot of bad advice out there. I mean, it's close, it's good, but I didn't see anything right off the cuff that showed how Gordon Lightfoot played it, and I think I'm close. And I'm even going to break one of my rules and talk about the fingerstyle technique a little bit. But we might as well just get into it and see how we do. As most of you know, my tutorials tend to be rambling. I just kind of do them off the cuff. I don't have the patience for a lot of tablature, nor do I have the equipment or understanding to do it. So I just kind of try to talk through things as best as I can. This guitar is capoed up the second fret, and it's in standard tuning. Oh, I actually made that worse, didn't I? There you go. So this is string number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, and in the notes on this video, I'm going to go ahead and just write out the chords in my own, in a notation that I use. It's not my own. But basically, if I was talking about a simple E chord, I would just say, okay, that's going to be first string open, sixth string open, fifth string second fret, fourth string second fret, third string first fret, second string open, first string open. So when I write this down, it'll just be 0 2 2 0 2 2 1 0 0. So I'll write the chords down, and let's first go through the chords that make up this song. The one that anchors the song is an A major 7th, and that sounds like this. Okay, and the low string, the number 6 string being open is in it, but we generally don't hit that string. So I'm going to say number 6 is open. Number 5 is open, number 4, 2, second fret, number 3, first fret, number 2, second fret, and the first string is open. So that's your A major 7th. Now there's another chord. It's an F major 7th, but the way that, there's a lot of people who say to do this, and then they also have you play this F major 7th all the way through the song. And actually the F major 7th is only played between the verses and in the intro. So the F major 7th is actually thumb over, which for me is very difficult. Some people are lucky enough, they have a hand geometry where the thumb just naturally goes straight over. But most of us, it comes at an angle. So when you're doing things with the rest of your hand, it's kind of difficult to get this guy over. But if you are discouraged when you first try this, don't worry about it. Just fake it till you make it. And if you want, you can even, just reach over here and grab that. But The important thing is that number 6 string is first fret. You don't play, I mean, you leave the 5th string open, but you don't play it. 4th string open, 3rd string. 3rd string is at 2nd fret. 2nd string is at 1st fret. And 1st string is open. So it sounds like this. And again, you can check out the notes. So if I wrote this one down, by the way, I would say 1 X, because you don't really play that. 0, 2, 1, 0. Okay, so when you do the intro, you're alternating those first 2 chords, and it would sound like this. So there are some other chords that are involved in the song. Of course there are. There's an A minor 7th, and that you don't play the 6th string, 5th string open, 4th string 2nd fret. So 5th string open, 4th string 2nd fret, 3rd string open, 2nd string 1st fret, 1st string open. So. And then there's a D major 7th, and that's fairly easy to play. You're basically just barring across the first 3 strings. So again, you're not playing the number 6 string, 5th string open, 4th string open, and then the 3rd, 2nd, and 1st strings are all at the 2nd fret. And then there's a D minor 7th, and all that is you take this this D major 7th, slide the whole thing down, and add 3rd string 2nd fret. So it's actually, don't play the 6th string, 5th string open, 4th string open, 3rd string 2nd fret. Did I get that right? Yeah, 2nd string 1st fret, 1st string 1st fret. And that's all the chords you should need right up until the end. The only difference, the new chords for the end will be a D with an A. That's just a D chord, and you're actually caring about the 5th string, which is where your A is. So that's, don't play the 6th string, 5th string open, 4th string open, 3rd string 2nd fret, 2nd string 3rd fret, 1st string 2nd fret. Okay, and then there's going to be, well, I think Gordon is actually just playing either an E or an E 7th in there. But I go ahead and do an E7 suspended 4th or an E7 suspended. So that's 6th string open, 5th string 2nd fret, 4th string open, 3rd string 2nd fret, 2nd string open, 1st string open, resolving to an E7th, which is 6th string open, 5th string 2nd fret, 4th string open, 3rd string 1st fret, 2nd string open, 1st string open. I may be going kind of fast here, but remember this is all written down in the notes, and you can obviously fast forward and replay things that you want to spend more time with. But that right there is all the chords in the song. So really, if you were to just strum the thing, the only advice I'd have is just to be very even with it. You know, just whoops. And of course, if you're doing fingerstyle, you get more precision, and you can ignore the notes that you really don't want to use, which is helpful. So before we get into much more, we got to talk about the fingerstyle. Now, I actually added a little bit over what I think that Mr. Lightfoot is doing. But the important thing is that you're treating, you kind of got a bass note that anchors the chords. So if we start with this A major seventh, you know, I think my bass note would be the number 5 string. And then sort of like the middle string in this thing would be the number 4 string. And the number 4 string is going to be kind of a drone. So the bass string you're only going to hit a couple of times. And then you're going to treat the number 3 and number 2 strings as a pair. So there's 3 elements. Well, there's 4. There's a little percussive element that I throw in. And there's another little weird thing I do. I'm going to try to... The reason why I don't ordinarily talk about right-hand technique and fingerstyle is because I can't do it very well, but I'm going to try. So what I'm doing is... So that's the first part of the sequence. And this sequence repeats. Once you get this thing down, nothing changes for the rest of the song. So once you get this little weird pattern... By the way, when I was reading up on this song, somebody who is just not some idiot on a bulletin board somewhere, it's a blogger who claims to know what he's talking about, says that in some interview that Gordon actually said he got the basis for this picking pattern from his dentist. So, all right, probably some sort of a jazz guy. So, all right, so you get into this thing by going, and then right back to that drone note. So, now I think what Gordon is doing, and I haven't tried this actually, I may have messed around with it when I was trying to figure out how I wanted to do it, but I think he goes... Yeah, he's gone. And that might be a good way to work up to this for people who don't have a lot of experience with fingerstyle. Is but I actually find that kind of unnatural because there's sort of an off rhythm to it. And so I sort of naturally fell into, and I'm afraid this is my own augmentation of the pattern, but it feels more comfortable to me. But it also involves another technique where you're actually going to hit that drone string, that number 4 guy, with the leading edge of your finger. And then you're going to get a little percussive thing going in there at least once per measure. And the way I do it is this. I'll try to do it slowly, but I know I'm going to, hopefully I can do it. I think if you just go back and if this doesn't come naturally to you, I would encourage you to, at least part of your musical development is to at least be working on one thing at minimum that's outside your comfort zone. Otherwise, you stay in your comfort zone, you don't grow. So if this doesn't really come natural to you, I just suggest you stick with it. Because with a lot of these songs, especially with the Bruce Cockburn ones that I do, I find that once I master a technique, I have a new tool in my belt that I can use down the road. And that right there alone has done me a lot of good over the years. So anyways, the only other thing you need to know about this picking pattern is that depending on the chord you're playing, that bass note, in which case, for this A major seventh, it's the open number 5 string, and then there's the drone note, which in this case is the number 4 string, the 2nd fret. But when you're playing, for instance, the F major seventh, that bass note is now going to be the number 6 string at the 1st fret, and the drone note is going to be the open number 4 string. So here we go with the intro. Times I just don't know. Okay, so now the sequence of chords. And I can't really put this in the notes because I think I'm using for my notes. It's not it's a true type font, and so if I try to copy it into YouTube, I don't know what's going to happen to it, and the chords are going to get out of line with the lyrics. And but just know the structure of each verse. Okay, let's start the intro. The intro is just A major seventh to F major seventh, A major seventh, F major seventh. That's the whole intro. So just. Then you go into the verse. So you're at the A major seventh. At times I just don't know. Now to the A minor seventh. How you could be anything. Then to your D major seventh, but beautiful. I think that I was made. To your D minor seventh, for you, and you were made for me. A major seventh, for a full, measure, and then back to the A minor seventh. And I know that I will, and then D major seventh, da da da. 'Cause we've been friends through D minor seventh, rain or shine, for such a long, long time. A major seventh. And since you're between verses at this point, this is where you go back to the F major seventh. And we'll do the same thing for the second verse. A major seventh, laughing eyes and smiling face. A minor seventh. It seems so lucky. To D major seventh, just to have the right of telling you. D minor seventh with all my might. You're beautiful tonight. That's the A major seventh, and then to the A minor seventh. And I know that you will. D major seventh. In that way, D minor seventh, day to day. For such a long, long time. A major seventh. And then you're between verses again, so. All right, so that's the actual. I notice a lot of people, for some reason, they throw in D's and F major sevenths where they don't belong. So once again, the verse structure is A major seventh, A minor seventh, D major seventh, D minor seventh, A major seventh, A minor seventh, D major seventh, D minor seventh, A major seventh, to the F major seventh, and then back to the next verse. So the only other thing that we need is the ending. So you're getting to the last on the third verse, for such a long, long time. For such a long, long time. Well, no, that's not right. Okay, after the last verse, I'm not sure if he goes to the F major seventh, but it feels better to me to go to the A minor seventh on that. So that's what I'm going to say. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. So for such a long, long time, I must say. So you're going to the D major seventh. It means so much to me. To the A major seventh. To be the one. That's where you go to the D with the A. Be the one. And what I do is the E seventh. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Then to the E seventh. E seventh. That you're beautiful. So that last wonderful little couplet. So if I go for such a long, long time. I've lost the picking pattern. Here we go. Oh, shoot. That's not it, is it? Such a long, long time. Beautiful. So the outro was just the A major seventh, F major seventh, A major seventh, F major seventh, and then end on the one beat with the A major seventh. So I think that's the whole song right there. Once again, I'd encourage you to always try to buy the music or the writings or whatever offerings, the merch. In this case, Gordon Lightfoot stuff. There's certainly enough of it out there. On the strength of this song, I actually went out and bought Gord's Gold. I guess that was a double album. I was surprised at how much you get for $11 in the U.S. So I've been enjoying that whole album again. And then I guess as a final blurb, I do have a tip jar. I don't necessarily need the money, and I don't monetize this channel, so you can go ahead and like it or not like it as you see fit. It doesn't make any difference to me. But to defray my string costs and such, if you wanted to throw me $5, fine. If you don't, fine. That's good as well. And if you have any further questions or any corrections, please, by all means, share with me, and I'm open to improvement. God knows. So that's it for now. Thanks a lot for listening, and good luck with your studies. Bye.